look underneath your left armpit. Twist. Release the right hand. Pick up the left. Outside of the left calf muscle. Work the left shoulder forward. Nice. Bring the right shoulder back a little bit. Release the left hand. Shift high push up. Come down onto your knees. Let the chest. So I never teach a high to low push up these days because it can really do a number on your shoulders. So you won't, if I teach, I never do high, low, up dog, down dog, but I'll do from here. Elbows go back behind you here. Chest comes all the way to the floor, slowly. Press your feet into the floor, let the chest come forward. Now lift the chest up. This is a great surf move.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Bring it back down. Breathe and lift again. Press your tops of your feet into the mat. Feel the stomach. Just you get a really nice stretch right here.
Yes.
Release it down. One more time. Lift it up. Press into the tops of the feet. And bring it down. Shift back. Child's pose. Toes can touch. It's getting warm on this deck, boys.
Hot yoga.
Back to a high push-up. Step it back. Good. We're going to hold it here for the count of 10. Knees are definitely an option. This is 10. This is 9. Think about pressing the heels back. Draw the belly in. This is 8. Really back out. This is 7. Make sure the shoulders are stacked. This is 6. 5. Tell me a story, Bobby.
They used to do.
This is 4.
I used to.
Oh no, your turn.
Oh my god.
This is 3.
I cannot be caught.
2. Ah, baby. Up and back down dog. Oh.
Yeah.
Woo. Step your feet to your hands. Keep your feet apart. We're going to just hang. A little twist.
Yeah.
Little movement. Nice. So you can take inside of your left hand and put it into the crook of your inside of your right elbow, opposite there. And a little gentle swing, just small. And now just shift your weight. Keeping the upper body centered, but the hips shift to the right, slowly to the left. Yes, yeah. Now, you don't lock your knees out. You can put a little bend in these knees always to protect. So yeah, once you lock out, you know you're taking too much weight, so like just release the knees just a little bit. Good. Place the hands back down. Make sure you bend the knees here, because if your hamstrings are tight, good. Step back, down dog. So Arnold, bring your feet in so you're more comfortable, so you're not pushing. That's it. So you're not stretching the hamstrings all the time. Just like walk the feet in. And as I say, they can be as far in as you like, so that you're comfortable. Left leg, bring it to the center. Right foot straight back. Onto the wall of the left foot. Lift the right leg high. Shift the weight forward. Bring the right foot to where the right hand just was. Bring the knee just slowly does it. Total control. Nice. We're going to drop the left knee down onto the floor. Slowly come up here. So you can take the toes, bring them flat if you wish. make sure that you shift the front foot far enough forward so that your knee does not shift forward of this ankle.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Good. And then come up. And reach up. Now I want you to think about pulling your right hip back and now stretch that left hip forward. Left hip flexor, feel it?
Yeah.
Good. Pull your right hip back. Good. Sink a little deeper into that leg here. Nice. And then bring it back. And carefully come back onto the balls of the back foot. Lift that knee up. Okay. Step back. High push up. Feeling those hips, baby.
Yes.
Hips up and back, down dog. Left foot comes to the midline. Sorry, right foot comes to the midline, left foot hip height. Onto the wall of the back foot, shift the weight. Shoulders right over the wrist, right here, legs high. Feeling that right quad. Slowly bring that left knee through, hover it for a second or two. Lift the fingertips, place the left foot. Step the right foot out a little bit and drop that right knee. Good, bring that knee down. Slowly come up, reach the hands up. So again, when you start to shift forward here with the hips, make sure this knee is right over the ankle. Good. So you don't want to see this.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Let's come up. Take that right hip, press the right hip forward, pull the left hip back. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace them at the base of the spine and open the chest and let your hands slide below your bottom. Let your chin move away from your chest. Release the hands and shoulders. Bring it back down. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Step back, high push up. Hips up and back, down dog. Take the left foot in, take the right foot out. Onto the ball of that left foot, lift the right leg. Shift that weight. Hover and hold. Bring the right foot, knee, bring it through. Place where the right hand just was. Right, and slowly we're going to work the hips back, bring the right hip back. See, the hips are sort of angled right now. Bring the right hip back and then release the hands and roll through the back. Come all the way up. So take that foot a little further forward so this knee sits right in line. Good. Lift the hands up to the sky. Reach all the way up. Interlace your hands. Take your right hand and release it behind your back. Take your left elbow and reach over your right outer thigh. So from here, you're going to take the right shoulder back to this position. Bring the left elbow over. Good. Then you're going to take this hand and bring it all the way to the outside of this
show that
hip.
on video, man.
Good. Now this back hand, if you want,
Oh my god.
can hamstring twist. But if you're here, this is fine. This twist is good enough. Eventually, you'll get to this. Now pull your right hip back a little bit more.
I can my hamstring
Feeling
gonna
the
be-
piriformis hamstrings right here, right from here. So the piriformis works through here and then underneath the piriformis. There's a little muscle that creates a sciatic nerve. It's a nerve that creates a lot of hassle for people, so this is a really good stretch. One more breath. And release it all the way back up. And then bring the back heel down. Warrior 2. Woo! Nice. Front heel lines up with the instep of the back foot, Bobby.
Okay.
Yep, good. Drop into that front knee, pull this torso back a little bit. Now I want you to pull this right hip draw it back, reach the right hand forward, lift the left hand up to the sky, keep this here, and breathe right here, right through these abs. Beautiful. Oh yeah. And then see if we can straighten this leg a little bit more. Pull this hip into the socket. Straighten the leg. Oh yeah, straighten it, yes. There. Reach this hand forward. There you go. We're going to work into Trikonasana triangle. And then bring this front hand to the inside of the front leg. Now put a little tiny bend in that front knee. Take the top hand and release it behind your back. And then draw the hip back. Gaze looks out to the ocean, to the sound. You're going to feel that all the way through the what I call the backside of the groin.
Yeah.
Inner thighs.
Yeah.
And then bend that front knee, bring it back, take your hands behind your back, spin the toes forward. Interlace your hands, bend in the knees, press the hips back, let the chest come forward and push the hands beyond the tailbone and come forward. And see if you can get your hands to come all the way to the top of your head. Release your hands from your back, Bobby. No, keep them behind your back.
Oh.
Yep. Put a little bend in the knees. Shift over to the right. Straighten that left leg. Breathe. Come back to the center line and shift it to the left. Right leg. By the way, boys, this is advanced. I'm not giving you baby stuff right here, just so you know.
It's not easy.
It's the real deal.
Bring your hands back to your tailbone and then bring them in front of you. Now bring your right hand in a triangle and shift your weight so the shoulder stacks over the wrist. Draw the left hand like a bow and arrow up the right hand. Left shoulder comes back and floats to the top. Nice. And release it down. Replace the left hand where the right hand just was. Bow and arrow that hand up. Bring it onto the shoulder first. So basically you're taking the center finger and you're letting this shoulder draw back. You don't even have to float your hand up. This is enough to get the shoulder back. If you want to float the hand up, you can. And then see where my neck's like up here. Release the gaze so everything's nice and sort of relaxed. And release it down. I want you to turn your feet out slightly. 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Bend that right knee. Bring the right heel up and the left toes up.
Ooh. Oh.
Bring the heel off the floor. The right heel off the floor. If you want to, you don't have to.
Oh,
You
okay.
can let
Oh,
it sit
okay.
down
Like
on the
that.
floor if you want.
No, that's good. Ooh.
Shift to the other side. Carefully, carefully. Walk the hands across. Make sure you're stable. Peel it. Now, if you way forward like this, I want you to come onto your fingertips and pull your chest up. It's way harder to do that, Bobby, if the heel's down because you're facing forward, but if you lift the heel up.
Right. Okay, now I get it.
Yeah, pull the shoulders back.
Yeah.
Now one hand. Bring one hand onto your right hip. Pull the right shoulder back. Walk it back to the other side. Do the same thing again on the other side. Heels up. Yeah, nice. Heel it back. Pull the shoulder back. And again, one more time each side. Just going to keep the hands on the floor. Open those hips. Other side. And then we're going to spin the hands around to the front. Be really careful of your back knee here. Take the toe down and then lift the heel up and spin it. Walk the hands back and let the chest come right down onto that front leg. Nice. And the hands to the feet, step back, high push up. Hips up and back, down up. left leg floating.
Done.
Yeah, we're going to hit the floor once we're done.
Oh my God. Bobby, it's so
Hey,
cold.
Bobby, what did you get me into, Bobby?
We gotta smoke here, man. We gotta get smoke.
Onto the onto the ball of the back foot and lift that leg, shift the weight. Bring that knee through, place the left foot where the left hand just was, so you get a wide stance, maybe step the back foot back slightly. Okay, bring it up. So again, front knee, lines up. Right hip comes forward, left hip comes back. Bring the hands behind the back. Press the hands down, lift the chest, and little look up and back. Chin away from the chest. Bring it back center. Hands come up. Left hand goes behind the back and slides onto the right hip, or somewhere around there. Draw the left shoulder back, and the right elbow goes over the outer thigh of the left leg. Palm smacks the back side. There you go. Nice. Breathe. Look it underneath.
Oh my God.
Let the twist. Child's pose, always an option. Child's pose option. Right now, Arnold, for you.
Child pose.
Child pose.
Yeah,
Child
that
pose.
child's pose.
Child pose.
Like that.
Just chill.
Right.
Yeah. Slowly unwind it. Bring it all the way to warrior two. Just join us when you're ready. Child's pose is always an option forever. Good. Draw the front hip into the socket, straight front leg.
Oh, okay.
Reach the left hand forward, right hand up to the sky. Yep, nice. Breathe. Drop the front hand to the inside of this front leg. Top hand can wrap around the back. Yep, nice. Maybe straighten that just a little bit, just a bit. Good. Put a bend in that front knee. Come back to warrior two. Bring the hands to the heart center. And this time, we're going to shift the weight into the back foot and drop down. Here. You got it. Now, the difficult thing is putting your hands on this quad and pushing yourself up and over to the other side. Do it again. Switch. Nice. One more time, switch. Put the hands on the floor, come back to the middle. Here. Your hands back behind you. Walk them through. Bend the elbows. And let the head just hover off the floor. A deep bend in the knees. Bend those knees real deep. Shift to the right. Oh, feel that on that left leg, inner thigh. Shift it over center and to the left. Over to the center, to the right. Come back. Bring the hands. Come up with sort of, I don't want to say flat back because nobody has a flat back, but press the hips back, shoulders are in line with the hips. Spin that front toe forward. Back toe. Bring the back toe to the front. Good. Walk the chest and nose down to the front shin. Straighten that front leg and pull the left hip back, Bobby. Bit of bend in the front knee. Bring the right foot to meet the left. Step it wide. Drop your bum all the way down to the floor. inside of the knees. Bring the hands to the heart center.
This second.
Yeah. Take your right hand and wrap it behind. Take your left hand up to the sky. Yep, that's good. Left hand comes up, wrap it behind your back and grab hold of that other hand or somewhere near. Nice. Think about just peeling this up and back. There you go. Nice.
Only a mutant can do that.
When I saw you do it, it's so itchy. I said, I can't reach my finger.
Alright, release it, switch to the other side so the elbow goes to the outside. It's a weird, see how the hand goes? It sort of goes like a claw, goes back behind. This shoulder comes back.
And you can touch it.
And release. Bring the feet together. We're going to do one more hip opener before we hit the floor here. So, bring your right hand in line with your pinky toe. So your thumb lines up with the little toe onto the claws of your fingers. Shift the weight forward slightly. Shoulder is right over the wrist. Take your back leg, let it float. Take your hand onto your left hip. Lift the left leg and open that left hip. Send your right chest wall forward and your left shoulder up and back. Nice. Right there. Balancing half moon. Beautiful. Lift that leg a little higher. One more breath. Release the hips square, release the hand down. Nice. Check out the legs. One more time on the other side. So thumb lines up with a little toe, slide it forward about 12 inches onto the fingertips. Right leg starts to hover. Right hand comes onto your right hip and you're going to peel that right hip so it stacks on top of the left. Float the left leg up. And as you boys get better at this, the next option would be to float the bottom hand off the floor. We'll bring it onto the shin, grab hold of the back foot.
Oh my god. Sure.
Float it here. And release it down. Shake it out. Right, roll it back up. We have a couple more standing moves here. And then we'll hit the deck. Okay. Stand on the left foot. Pick that right foot up. Just hover it. There you hang.
Like that.
Yep. Don't hold on.
You saw me, I got caught. I got caught. Okay. Alright.
Okay, so just stand.
Okay.
One leg.
Okay.
Alright, you're going to bring your knee and hug it into your chest. Now you're going to take the knee down to line up with the left knee. Bring your heel to your bottom. Take your right hand and you're going to open that shoulder. You see where my hand is? So my palm is towards the house. Take hold. You know what, if you want to grab hold of something here, you can do. Grab hold of whatever. It's just a great quad stretch right here. Reach the hand up to the sky first. Now let that front hand come forward. Push the back foot back. It's called dancer's pose or king dancer. Now keep the right hip down so you're not opening the hip like you were before. The hip stays down. Nice. And release. Check out the legs. Roll up through the spine. Stand on your right leg. Little buoyancy, little bend in that knee. And you stand on this leg and move around. Great for balance. Lift your toes off the floor. See what happens when you're not grabbing with your toes. Bring your left knee into your chest. Release it down. Left knee lines up with the right knee. Bring the heel to your bottom. This might be enough right here. You might be like, that's it, I'm good. So it's weird with the hand. You're taking the inside of the hand to the inside of the back leg, back foot.
Okay.
Right hand comes up to the sky. As you start to work the chest forward, the back left leg goes back and you push the back foot into your hand. Drop the left hip, so you're not opening this hip, it's a closed hip. One more breath on this standing leg. Release the leg. Step it down. Stand on the left leg, pick up the right foot. So you can either tap it at the ankle, you can bring it above the knee joint, or you can bring it right up into the groin, inner thigh.